So I didn't get a chance to do my exit interviews or recap that episode at all because I was in the hospital.
How are you feeling this morning? How was it watching it back last night?
Oh man, it was hard waking up. I felt like I went through that that collision again.
So tell me, like, you obviously after the elimination, you were not thrilled. What was going through your mind? Why did you kind of not want to even see anybody at that point?
The magic of TV, man. I tell you, I've been telling everyone, like, I have the utmost respect for everybody, especially TJ. I wanted to go out there and shake his hand, but the medics and the stunt teams, they stopped me because they said they wanted to check me out, right? Because there was a big collision, and like they sat me down because I started swaying, and then they brought an ambulance out, so I had to go to the hospital, and the edits make it seem otherwise. But yeah, no, I had suffered a concussion from that hit, and that sucked. And that when you see me saying, we're wearing that black shirt and saying, they're all snakes. I said that after me and Sarah got blindsided. So I didn't get a chance to do my exit interviews or recap that episode at all because I was in the hospital.
What?
Yeah.
Oh
yeah, they don't. Yeah, they don't. Even with TJ saying, "Oh, Leo's taking the time for himself," he didn't say that. Like you could see, you go watch it again. Like that was added after the fact. But yeah, no, I definitely would have loved to have shaken. I love TJ. Yeah, everyone knows that. Would have loved to have shaken his hand and thanked him for the opportunity because, I watched the challenge since way back, Real World, the Road Rules back in the day. So.
Yeah, and I know you're from Amazing Race, and I know you're such like a happy, like always like positive guy. And so sometimes on the show, I was like, this doesn't seem like Leo.
Yeah, that's why. I kudos to these editors, man. They do a great job. But yeah, you know who I am. All I live and breathe is positivity and good energy. That's what we got known for on the Amazing Race. We would stop and take time, talk to the locals, right? Bring good energy about us, and that's why we did so well. And that's what I tried doing on this season of the challenge, but it didn't really roll well with other people because then they thought I wasn't being serious enough. I was having too much fun talking about cats, but the producers kept asking about me and the cats, so I kept giving them what they wanted. I'm a team player, I'm not a crazy cat creep. I'd have a couple cats, but me joking about it all the time made it seem like I wasn't being serious. When in fact, you saw I came to compete. I won two of the eliminations, and go to the recordings. I know I won that last challenge as well.
Oh yeah, so that must have hurt knowing you were basically right there, almost winning that daily, and then you got thrown in.
Yeah, that's what sucks about having only one other amazing racer is because at the end of the day, it's always going to be a numbers game. And, it was an uphill battle from the beginning, but me and Caleb did well. Hopefully Caleb goes all the way. But yeah, once, there's 4 survivors and then you got a spineless Ben who's really scared to do anything. He's trying to, I don't even want to get into that, but, me and him were like this. We sat next to each other on the bus all the time, right? People feared him. People moved beds because of him, right?
What?
People from his show, yeah.
Wow.
But then he has their back during a challenge that I should have won. Go watch the tapes. But, there's a lot of storyline stuff going on. So that's why, it made more sense to give it to him. I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I'm a realist. But check, Sharon, ask them for the tapes. They'll say
I'm going to ask them. Leo, I feel like, yeah, so multiple people have told me we didn't want to partner with him. He wasn't taking things seriously. I mean, clearly they haven't seen you on Amazing Race because I just know like you're a gamer. I think you've been on TV for several seasons, so you kind of, like you said, no. But that must have been frustrating. Do you feel like people were underestimating you the whole time?
I mean, the people saying that we're on one show, right? And they were out there looking for love. So I did the Amazing Race 3 times. In the house, there's maybe a handful of people that did a reality show 3 times. Right?
Yeah.
And gone to I have, not to my own horn, but I got the record. Me and my cousin have the record on Amazing Race for most legs ran and a bunch of other stuff. So me not being serious, they just can't interpret having fun at the same time. Okay, if I'm swimming, I could crack a joke as well, right?
Right.
Like I could compete. You saw me in the elimination. Those were like clear as day. I could compete, right? Like it doesn't make any sense just because I talk about something or say something while I'm trying to swim. It's like all eyes on me. When four other people couldn't swim as well either, but they were quiet about it. Me, I'm loud, I laugh, so then the target was on my back. And I don't care, I've been bullied before. Let them say what they want. I know what I bring, I know my value. Sharon, you know who I am. Come on, let's go.
I know who you are. Talk to me though, I know you did have some, you were about to go home. You were clearly concerned about what was going on at home. What's the update? Is everything good? Are you happy you stayed?
Yeah, no, everything is great. It sucks because, again, with the edits, I was told I would get business calls, and then I did, and then they took those away, and that's why when I'm talking to my girlfriend, I'm not talking to her, I'm talking to a walkie-talkie saying someone else, because they said, oh, it time's up, and I'm like, no, I got to finish this phone call. I got to tell her what to do, because I got 4 bars, and my managers were all calling her, and she was telling me what was happening. So she was like the middleman. So when they said time is up, that's when I got frustrated and said I'm going to leave. But then they talked to me, I stayed, and they told me I would get a call 3 days from now. And then that night was when I left, because I wanted to go get my business call, and then they said, no, you can't have that. And then I was like, all right, I'm out. Like, this is enough. Like, you told me 3 days ago that if I stayed, they would, and nothing like that happened. So I completely forgot I was in a game. I just, straight business mode at that time. And then that's when Alyssa jumps in and says, hey, what are you doing? I'm like, oh, shit, I got a partner. So then, of course, I wasn't going to screw her over, because, I know she's there for a good reason. And that's why I didn't left the 3 days before that, because I had another partner. Sarah was my partner during that time. Yeah.
Oh, I remember.
Yeah.
When you saw it was Hall Brawl, were you like, of course, like, what were you thinking? I know it's Enzo. He's not like the biggest dude there, but what were you thinking?
When I saw it was a Hall Brawl, like I was quite like, shook, surprised, nervous, because I'm pretty sure it was going to be me. But Enzo has like almost 60 pounds on me.
Yeah.
If not more. So, and the runway was shortened. So, at that time, it's just simple physics, and momentum is going to make him go right over me, because, I know the tactic is to go low, go for his leg or whatever, but, you don't have that much room to go low and get a game plan, because at that point you've already smashed each other. It sucks because I really liked Enzo. He was a fun guy. He was also the meow meow, but going up against him sucked. And also in the fashion that I had to go in, because I'm pretty sure I had won that challenge, and then all of a sudden there's a Hall Brawl, which we were told there wouldn't be a Hall Brawl too, because it's like,
Oh.
Yeah, it was like a CBS version. Yeah, we were told there wouldn't be a Hall Brawl. So.
They were starting up on you.
Yeah.
Did you have fun doing this show? Like, any regrets? Like, would you do the challenge again, or are you sticking to Amazing Race?
Yeah, I had fun during the challenges, and but there's a lot of downtime, and I got all forms of ADD, and I always got to stay proactive and be productive. So I'll take Amazing Race over the challenge all day.
Speaking of that, obviously Derick's now on it. Are you going to be watching that season? Any advice that you would give them?
Oh, 100%. Derick's my man. I love his energy. He reminds me a lot of my younger self. I told him, and even there was an alliance that never really formed that would have been called the Takeout. But yeah, no, I hopefully, because he, on the challenge, I talked about the Amazing Race a lot, right? You have so much downtime. So we talked about Big Brother, I talked about Amazing Race. So hopefully, he managed to get some good pointers out of me while he was there. And I'm going to be rooting him on in a month here while he goes to races around the world.